Hey everybody, it's David Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian, back again after a while. And today what I want to talk about is, uh, I was thinking about how this world works, and I see a lot of, the majority is just random chance. Yeah, you can plan shit out and you can get it done the way you planned it, but there are things that happen that are just random. Okay, we have this belief that there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences because everything happens for a reason. But when shit happens and you never figure out what that reason is, that proves that argument as completely wrong. It's bullshit. Why did this happen to me? Because I don't understand. There's nothing that I'm doing here. What happened, it doesn't show me what the fuck I did wrong here. Because it's random. And I thought about making this video after I saw a video on Twitter where there was this child walking around in this parking lot. And this parking lot was full of trucks, and one of these trucks was backing up. Okay? And the child was over here on the right side. Now, the child's small, and the guy in the truck couldn't see the child. So as the truck backs up, it hits the child gets in front of the truck, and the right side of the truck hits the child. Luckily, the child did not get run over, and the child was able to roll out before the back tire, the left tire, rolled over it. And the caption was something like, God's looking out for that child. And I immediately just stopped that. I thought, no, okay, so God watched out for that child. Now, thank whatever, that child wasn't hurt. But at the same time, there was a child that was kidnapped and will be raped and possibly murdered, or maybe used as just trafficked all over the place. Now, God watched out for this child, but God didn't look out for that child. And I've said this before in videos. And that child, if that child lives, which, some of those children do live, they come out of it, which is good, but depending on how long they have been in, the emotional trauma, the mental trauma, and the physical trauma is almost insurmountable. And to get over it is going to take maybe decades, the rest of their life, to get over this. And some of these kill themselves. So that child was not watched over and helped out by this God. And that child ends up either being killed, or maybe years later, after they do get freed, that tsunami of pain just friggin' overcomes them, and they end their life and they go to hell because they didn't get saved. No, I don't see a plan. Okay, I see random chance, and that's what it is. It's random chance. But Christians, I was thinking about this guy I know he's just totally a prophecy fanatic. Prophecy this, prophecy that, the Shroud of Turin, the Antichrist. He loves talking about how the people he don't like and how the Antichrist is when they're in front of them and when they go in front of God and all that stuff. And it's like, no, that ain't going to happen. But it gives him purpose. And when people talk about God, it makes them feel good. It's like a placebo. It's like you're taking a sugar pill. Drink a cup of coffee, you feel good. Okay, it gives them, and also, like I said, it gives them purpose. They have a job to do. Okay, I can go out and I can talk to these people about Jesus. I can post some comment online and about God or Jesus, and boy, I feel good. Yeah, I could talk. I could make my entire goal to, promote Mother Goose and Grimm fairy tales and believe that I have a purpose in life, that I need people to know that maybe somewhere in time there was a guy who actually had a goose that laid golden eggs. Or this guy named Jack he bought these magic seeds and he planted them and they grew into a giant beanstalk and he climbed up in the sky and he fought giants. I could do that too. It gives these people purpose. It makes them feel good. God, blah, 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 la, 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 la. And then the mental gymnastics, Christians might see this video and then they'll have these explanations in these comments trying to, make it that, well, X, Y, or Z. I don't give a fuck. If, prayer. Well, I prayed for this person and they got better. Well, how about this? You got two people in the same room, okay? And you got your group praying for this person and this group praying for that person. And this person here survives, but that person dies. Or, how about this? You have this person here in this room, two people in the room. Your group's praying for this person. No one's praying for that person. This person dies and that person survives. Well, God had a plan. God has a plan. That is a vague ass fucking answer. That doesn't answer any questions. That's just, it didn't work, so God has a plan. No, random chance. So, yeah, I saw that video and I saw that caption. I'm like, what a twit. It's random. That's what I see. I just see random chance. And I'm not saying there is no God. Okay, there could possibly be a God. There could be a creator who decided, I'm going to create the world. It's going to be evolution. It's going to be my mechanism. And I'm going to have it work this way. I've seen people that said, well, that can't happen because of these long periods of time that nothing happened. Well, if this God is eternal and timeless, and he's outside of our time, then that won't matter to him. And if that's how he set it up, then that's how he set it up. If this just happened some other way, which, I maybe coming from Christianity and believing in a God, I believe that there could possibly be a God because of that. I don't say that that's not the case. But there has to be some sort of mind. Okay? And he can be the type to just set it like Ron Popeil. Set it and forget it. I said that before. But it's random. You can plan shit. Yes, you have the ability to plan shit and shit will work. But sometimes, and I think most times, you find that if you want to go this straight line, or, okay, I got to go here, I got to deviate here, I got to go over here, but then you find out, well, wait a minute, that ain't going to work, so I'm going to have to go this way, and because, it's random. It just, no, not everything happens for a reason. And that person didn't survive because of God, and that person didn't die because of God. It just happened that way. Okay? And for me, coming out of Christianity, I grew up under pretty much house arrest when I was younger, because my parents didn't allow me to do anything. And then you had Christianity on top of that. You had this God who, it's kind of like standing there going, you better, boy. And it's like, and I lived for that with decades. I deconverted in 2020, and I still have that problem of where I feel like, which is like, okay, I'm going to overcome that too, because that's a conditioning process. That was, what I had to deal with as a child, and I got to get over that. But now I kind of lost my place. I guess that's what happens when you get up at like 12:30 in the morning. But no, it's random. And that that's kind of scary because, I think about that when I'm driving on the road. I think about that when I'm outside with a chainsaw or with a power saw or hitting something with a, sledgehammer or an axe, because I've already had axes. I hit it wrong and it came back and hit me in the shin. Didn't go too deep, but it. You got to keep your head out of your ass, and even then, things can happen. So I just see random, because if this is the plan of God, that shit happens the way it happens, it's kind of just a willy-nilly kind of plan this guy has. He just kind of like threw shit up against the wall and went, yeah, it's stuck. So I think that's all I got right now. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, don't subscribe. Leave a comment, don't leave a comment. But if you're a Christian and you leave a comment and it's one of those, trying to explain it because you need to be able to explain it so it makes you feel good and that you're, you think you're doing the right thing, I probably ain't going to respond to you, because talking to a fucking dog, you can talk to a dog and you can say, so what do you think I ought to do here? What do you think that, and the dog's like, oh, because that's pretty much how I see you people, So that's it. That's all I got right now. I rambled on. So until next time, this is Dave Kramer, the Critical Thinking Christian.